I'm making this video, putting my entire YouTube channel completely in jeopardy. But at this point in the game, I'm in Texas currently. This has to be done. So here we go. This ain't good.
Also at the border today, it was a deadline for Homeland Security to set up for Texas to give federal authorities access to Eagle Pass. There's been a lot of back and forth with this. Jason Allen has been following it all. Jason, we know Texas leaders made it very clear tonight that National Guard troops and law enforcement on the border are not budging.
So for the past 10 years, I've been making videos on bug-out bags, survival, living on your own, living without power, living during an emergency, etc., etc. Well, I had to make this video. You're probably hearing the wind blow because I'm making this out of the back of my truck right now while I'm in Texas, and things are brewing right now. Really, really bad, and I believe we're getting ready to go into a second civil war as we speak. And sadly, not enough people seem to understand what's really going on. This is getting really, really bad. We have the federal government facing off against about half of the states in the union. I've never seen that happen in my lifetime. So let me show you a few things that the mainstream news isn't showing you that's happening at our border that the president wants to leave wide open for some unknown reason. This footage was taken by another YouTuber 4 days ago at the Texas border, and you can see these guys are just climbing right over. No big deal, nothing to see here, folks. You don't see this stuff on the news, but you see it when you go out there for yourself to see. And I find it really strange that you can't drive down a city block in America without a camera being pointed at you, yet this border wall is wide open. There's no cameras of any type whatsoever at all. Let me ask you this question. Why in the world would a president of any country want to make it easier for people to illegally sneak into the country when there's a perfectly legal way of them entering the United States? Because cartels, money, corruption in America is ready to fall. I'm sorry to say it, but why do you think they've let the national debt get to these astronomical, unrepayable figures? Because they're at an all-you-can-eat buffet and they're never going to pay the bill. We're going to get stuck with it. This is really happening. Here's some more video footage from private citizens that you probably will never see on the news.
And surprise, surprise, it's worse. There's more people here than there were before. That entire curtain all the way back for 100 yards is full, and they're actually coming out to here as well. And every single day, more and more and more busloads. And there are hundreds of locations around the area here that are full. Every single day, they're getting more full. The weather's getting worse, and there's no end in sight because the Democrats are inviting more of this. What's up, bro? My boy again.
Sorry.
Who said?
You did that away from me. This is the first time you put me on the film the first time.
Yep, I put you on the film because he said my mom should swallow me. And you get to be on film because you're in public. Venezuela, they've actually, so this whole thing, this whole black curtain, full of illegals all the way down, the entire bus terminal's taken over. Who said no pictures? You're in America. This whole bus terminal has been taken over by illegals because they've been invited in by Joe Biden. But now they don't even have room behind here. They have hundreds behind this black curtain. Now they're having to put the beds out here so that American citizens can't even sit out here anymore. You got more beds coming here. So American citizens are standing out in the freezing cold out here because they don't want to come in here. And on February 2nd, this entire thing is getting taken over where media is not going to be able to come in. Citizens aren't going to be able to come in. It's only illegal aliens that are going to be allowed to be in here. This is Joe Biden's America. This is the Democrats' America. Please stay away from curtain. Please stay away. Don't touch. Private. It's private here, guys. Private here. So if I go in there, I'm breaking the law. But if you come in illegally into our country, that's fine. Venezuela.
Venezuela no good. Nicolás Maduro.
Sí.
No good.
No good.
Nicolás Maduro no good. Hace 9 años en Venezuela era militar.
Oh, militar?
Sí.
Wow. Military from Venezuela.
Así.
There he is. So you can't really see back there, but all of those, there's just cot after cot after cot. This entire thing, all the way down. All cots. buses that are running them. I just love these. I love the number of signs. Stay away from the curtains. Look at this. Look at the amount of signs. It'd be nice if we had that on our border.
In the last 3 years, 6 million illegals have managed to sneak into this country. How do they come up with that consensus? I have no clue, because if they got here illegally, who knows? But if they've got 6 million on record for the last 3 years, you can double that. There's only 350 million of us here. You see what I mean? That's a big amount of people, and most of the people that are coming in are military-aged men. Sad to say. Think about it. Now, bear this in mind. A movie is coming out this spring called Civil War, and it's about civil war in America, coincidentally enough. That's something they call predictive programming. And, you know, take it or leave it, but look around. Look at what's going on here. This is not good whatsoever at all. And then you got President Biden saying things like this.
I love people who say, the blood of liberty, or the tree of liberty is watered with the blood of patriots. Well, guess what, man? I didn't see a whole lot of patriots that are out there walking around making sure that we have these weapons. Well, and if you really want to worry about the government, you need an F-16. You need an F-16. You don't need an AR-15. No, I'm serious when you think about it. I'm not joking, because that's one of the arguments made by, right, that we need to be able to protect ourselves against the government. Well, look.
The tree of liberty needs to be refreshed from time to time with the blood of tyrants and patriots. That's what our president was mumbling. And that was said by Thomas Jefferson, somebody that was leaps and bounds ahead of what this guy Biden is. And it also happens to be one of my signatures on all the forums that I belong to. So I believe in it. And it looks like that time is indeed coming. Now, real quick, several months before COVID happened, a movie called Pandemic, starring Bill Gates, came out on Netflix, and it basically introduced everybody to wearing masks, lockdowns, etc. It's called predictive programming. It's something that they do. And this is the movie Civil War that's coming out this spring, or coming to America, as it says, this spring.
Citizens of America.
The so-called Western forces of Texas and California.
So if you noticed in the movie trailer, the enemies are Texas and California, strangely enough. And before the movie even comes out, I mean, right before the movie comes out, we've already got this making in real life happening. So, long story longer, be prepared. You only get so many warnings from these people. Pay attention. The mainstream media is not going to tell you the truth about this, because that's just how they roll. Did you know that they were warehousing thousands and thousands of illegal immigrants of military fighting age, like the Nicaraguan army fella, in bus depots? Neither did I. Did you know people were climbing over the fences with really, really well-modified ladders? Neither did I. But it's happening. And now we've got the president literally fighting a state that's trying to protect its citizens from people that are literally just walking into the country. No big deal. Why would they do that? Because I'm pretty sure we're at the end of the road. And as it says in the movie, all empires fall. And we've been pushing people around for a long time. And it looks like it's our turn. Be prepared. I made this video knowing that I was going to put my channel in jeopardy, but it doesn't matter. My YouTube channel doesn't matter if there's no country. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm finally seeing some larger YouTube channels actually stepping up to the plate, because it's becoming so glaringly obvious that you can't ignore it anymore. Let me show you what is terrifying Texans. People that have lived their entire lives following the rules, trying to make a living. This is what is trying to sneak through the border. Not all of them, but a good majority. It's the cartels, and these guys are not messing around.
¡Pura gente, el señor Mencho! ¡Pura gente, el señor Mencho! ¡Pura gente, el señor Mencho! ¡Pura gente, el señor Mencho!
blood of liberty, or the tree of liberty is watered with the blood of patriots.
The Texas governor is literally following the Constitution and presenting this to the president, who in turn is simply suing him for doing what the federal government isn't doing. This is going to get ugly. Something has to give. And it's going to come on the backs of all Americans that have lived their entire lives following the rules, paying their taxes, and, living the dream. Well, the dream is over, and it's pretty obvious. Defunding the police, making crime no longer illegal, allowing drugs in the street, etc., 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 raising the cost of eating just for an average American to try to eat is impossible. Gas prices are impossible. They're ringing us for all they're worth, and then they're going to turn us against each other. That's always been the plan, and here it comes. Be prepared. Stock up. Links will be below. I'm out.